Welcome to class. Let's begin today's lesson by learning how to add up fractions with the same denominators. In this example, we are required to simplify 1/3 plus 1/3. That is, add 1/3 to another 1/3. 3 is the common denominator of both fractions here. So we use it to express each fraction as an equivalent. We add up both numerators because they add the number of parts in the fraction. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and that becomes the new numerator, while 3, which is the common denominator, remains as the denominator of the new fraction. The new fraction is 2/3. So 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 2/3. Now, let's learn how to add up fractions with different denominators. In this example, we are required to simplify 1/3 plus 2/5. These two fractions have different denominators. The first thing to do here is to find the lowest common denominator divisible by 3 and 5. That is the lowest whole number divisible by 3 and 5. Can you guess the number? If your answer is 15, you are correct. The next step is to use the common denominator 15 to express each fraction as an equivalent. The procedure is simple. 3 can divide 15 5 times. Multiply this 5 by 1, which is the numerator of 1/3. Write 5 above the division line and add the addition sign. The other fraction is 2/5. 5 can divide 15 3 times. Multiply this 3 by 2, which is the numerator of 2/5. The answer is 6. Add this 6 to the right of the addition sign above the division line. The new fraction is 11/15. So 1/3 plus 2/5 equals 11/15. Next, we are going to learn how to add up a mixed number and a proper fraction. In this example, we are required to simplify 2 1/3 plus 1/4. The first thing to do is to convert the mixed number to an improper fraction. We do this by multiplying the whole number 2 by the denominator of the proper fraction, which is 3. This will give us 6. The second step is to add the result of the multiplication, which is 6, to the numerator 1. The addition will give us 7. The last step is to divide the 7 by 3, which is the denominator of the fraction. We have now converted 2 1/3 to the improper fraction 7/3. To add up 7/3 and 1/4, we need to find the lowest common denominator divisible by 3 and 4. That number is 12. The next step is to use the common denominator 12 to express each fraction as an equivalent. The procedure is simple. 3 can divide 12 4 times. Multiply this 4 by 7, which is the numerator of 7/3. That will give us 28. Write 28 above the division line and add the addition sign next to it. The other fraction is 1/4. 4 can divide 12 3 times. Multiply this 3 by 1, which is the numerator of 1/4. The answer is 3. Add this 3 to the right of the addition sign above the division line. The new fraction is 31/12. So 2 1/3 plus 1/4 equals 31/12. Note, if the final answer is an improper fraction, you can always convert it to a mixed number. 2 1/3 plus 1/4 equals 31/12 or 2 7/12. I guess that was easy. Now, we're going to learn how to add up two mixed numbers. In this example, we are required to calculate the sum of 1/2 and 4 1/3. The first thing to do is to convert both mixed numbers to improper fractions. Using the same conversion method we used in other examples, 1/2 becomes 3/2, while 4 1/3 becomes 13/3. To add up 3/2 and 13/3, we need to find the lowest common denominator divisible by 2 and 3. That number is 6. Using 6 as the common denominator and the same addition method we used in other examples, 3/2 plus 13/3 will give 35/6. The final answer is an improper fraction. We can always convert it to a mixed number. Therefore, the sum of 1/2 and 4 1/3 equals 35/6 or 5/5/6. In this final example, a girl played basketball for 1 2/3 hours and then watched television for 2.5 hours. We are required to calculate the total time she spent doing these activities. Adding up the 1 2/3 hours she spent playing basketball and the 2.5 hours she spent watching television will give us the answer. The first thing to do is to convert both mixed numbers to improper fractions. Using the same conversion method we used in other examples, 1 2/3 becomes 5/3, while 2.5 becomes 5/2. To add up 5/3 and 5/2, we need to find the lowest common denominator divisible by 3 and 2. That number is 6. Using 6 as the common denominator and the same addition method we used in other examples, 5/3 plus 5/2 will give 25/6. The final answer is an improper fraction. We can always convert it to a mixed number. The sum of 1/2 and 2½ equals 25/6 or 4/1/6. The girl spent 4/1/6 hours playing basketball and watching television. Thank you for staying to the end of today's class. Now, you should have mastered how to add different types of fractions. Till I come your way again, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep having fun with mathematics.